They were convinced it wouldn't last when the first men started to withdraw, to leave dating apps, to cancel their subscriptions to matchmaking sites. No one really paid attention. It was just a phase, they said. They'll come back, except they didn't. In 2019, a study revealed something troubling. Single men, contrary to all expectations, were showing steadily rising levels of personal satisfaction. Not slightly, significantly. The researchers initially thought it was a methodological error. They recalculated. Same result. Marie, 34, a marketing consultant in Lyon, remembers the moment it hit her. Her ex, Thomas, whom she had left 3 years earlier, seemed fulfilled. Truly fulfilled. He had lost weight, learned to play guitar, and traveled alone to Japan. She had left him because he lacked ambition. Now he had it, just not for her. And Thomas wasn't an isolated case. The data was piling up. Men were investing in their male friendships, their hobbies, their careers. They were cooking for themselves, decorating their apartments, adopting dogs. The most ironic thing? They were spending less on therapy than their counterparts in relationships. Sophie, a psychologist in Paris, observed the phenomenon closely. Her single male patients were coming less and less. Her female patients, on the other hand, all asked the same question. Why aren't they looking anymore? The answer was simple, but hard to hear. They had done the math. Emotional stress, constant compromises, unrealistic expectations, it all weighed heavily on their decision. And for many, the equation no longer worked. It wasn't misogyny. It wasn't resentment. It was simply emotional. Math. Women's magazines initially denied the phenomenon. Then they mocked it. Then they started publishing articles titled "How to Win Back a Man." Who doesn't want to be won over? Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Julien, 41, a developer in Bordeaux, sums up the situation. He's been living alone for 7 years. He has close friends, a job he loves, and an apartment he furnished exactly as he wanted. When asked if he feels lonely, he replies, less than before. Before meant when he was in a relationship. The paradox was complete. Women had spent decades asserting that they didn't need men to be happy. Message received. The men had simply applied the same logic to themselves, and now both sides stared into the void between them, wondering who would make the first move. No one moved. Some call it a crisis, others an evolution. Sociologists are still debating, but the numbers don't lie, and they tell a story no one had anticipated.